I think it's perfect though. Like a lot of time has went by, a lot of different moves.
Yeah, it's crazy because I think it's like a month. I mean, a year since I did the interview with him because it was right before the
Christmas
biggest Open.Gems.
Yeah, 18 on the 18th.
Yeah,
It was my birthday.
yeah.
I told you I was gonna be there, and I didn't end up making it.
Nah, it's all good.
I hate
man.
doing shit like that.
It's all good.
It's like, why you say that shit if you really about it?
It's all
I be
good.
trying to learn myself and shit, yo.
Oh, you know, with that, because I get a lot of that. People be like, oh, man, like, you know what I'm saying? We always going to throw a next one. When I say it's the last one and niggas don't come, then I'm like, man, what the fuck? That was my last joint forever, you know what I'm saying? So it's always the next one niggas can come to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can you adjust the mic?
Yeah, what I put it, right this?
Put it down and then put up some more, but like bring it like underneath you type shit.
Like this?
Yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah,
tilt it more. My bad.
Nah, good.
Like that.
Like that?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, because I got a nasally ass voice, so all the sound of my voice coming out my nose.
For real?
Yeah.
I never looked at it like that, yo.
Yeah, like we always go through that when I shoot content with my man Capo. Most people there put their mics like, you know, down here, something like that, because a majority of the sound of my voice come out my nose. I gotta put my shit closer to my nose. Like,
Oh yeah.
even when I rap, you can see like I put my mic closer to my nose.
I guess that fit well for your style though.
Yeah. But I just got a nasally ass voice. I got a weird ass voice. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Shit, I don't even know where to start at, man. I don't even know.
it.
Do we start overseas? Like, do we start with Open.Gems,
Man, we can,
Live Nation, Godfawva?
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
We could go anywhere. With it. It's all cohesive. You know what I mean? It all is me. So we can start wherever.
I got a question. Like, remember I told you in the hallways, like, usually I watch people's interviews. You know what I'm saying? Well, granted, I met you before, so I kind of already know your vibe. I watch people's interviews and see how their vibe is and type shit like that.
Yeah.
But listening to your music, like you just said, like shit. Each song that's just like, oh, that happened to him. Oh, this happened to him. So a question I gotta ask for you, like right now, is like, you know, you got the dispensaries and shit like that. Like you can just go in the store and buy weed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can be in the car. You technically can't, but it ain't too crazy.
Yeah,
like
it's just a different time when it come to weed, man.
You said in one of your songs on Godfather, you was like, you only got caught because you was targeted. and that was hard because it's like, I wasn't on no hot boy shit. I wasn't on no goofy shit. Like, I got targeted. And that's how this shit was. Like, nigga, you could just drive by a cop and that motherfucker would hit the Huey.
That's it, man. And then, you know, just with me, man, I try to keep it so low key. So the one time I got caught is when I stepped outside of my cool little pocket I had. And it's crazy, right? I got caught in college. So I went to Frostburg my freshman year of college.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm up there. And, like, I really only started selling weed, like, because I needed to stay in school. Like, I only had but so much financial aid. And, like, they was on some shit like, yo, you gonna get put out of school. So we was smoking the shit. So I was like, all right, bet. I'm gonna, yeah, man, I know who got it, you know, whatever. So I started, you know, selling my little weed. I was making some good money. I stayed in school, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like 2 weeks left of school. And it was this girl on the field hockey team. I'll never forget. This white girl on the field hockey team. She like, oh, I heard you got this shit. Da, da, da.
Oh,
and
man.
I kept carrying her for like a couple weeks. I was just like, yeah, nah, I don't got nothing. Curve, you know what I'm saying? I don't got nothing. And then it was like, I had 2 bags left. And it was right after I played some ball. And she was with her homegirl. And her homegirl I knew. So this one made me comfortable too. So, like, they like, yo, like, my girl needs something, whatever. I got 2 bags left. It's, like, literally 10 days of school left. I'm like, fuck it. All right, meet me at my dorm room. Biggest mistake. Serve her the jump. Like, a week later, I'm playing Halo in the room. This one, Halo was big. I used to skip class and play Halo. I'm playing Halo. I get a nah. Rewind. I'm in the shower. I come out the shower. I look down the hall. It's cops going into my room. Like they basically did a raid of my shit.
Right, and you just with the little bucket and
yeah.
I'm just shit.
Yeah. I peek around the corner and see that. I was like, oh shit. but I ain't have shit. So I go to the room. I'm like, what's going on? They like, yeah, you doing the search. You know what I mean? Woo, woo, woo. And I'm talking big shit because I don't got nothing. I don't got no scale. Nothing's in my room.
This new era don't know about that.
You know what I'm saying? You check over there. Like I'm talking big shit. Like because I had no idea what they was about to hit me with next. So they do the search. They don't find nothing. They leave. So then I'm playing Halo. Like maybe 2 or 3 days later, in the middle of the afternoon, they come knock on the door. They like, we got a warrant for your arrest, and they said I served a confidential informant. I knew everybody I served, like, and I knew they wasn't the only person I served outside of that was her. I later found out that she used to sell weed crazy and had it jumping, like I'm talking about. She lived off campus, had it jumping, got caught up, and she became a nuck so she could stay in school and stay on the team. I learned that shit later, but that was the only time I got caught.
Man, field hockey.
Yeah, bro, like, you know what I mean? I don't even remember that girl's name. I'll never forget her face though. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was targeted.
Yeah, that's crazy you went to Frostburg though, yo, because like Frostburg is like so prevalent, like Frostburg, people that went there like in the music industry nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean not nowadays, but like in the area.
Yeah, nah, cause you know, Frostburg, it's like just enough away from home, you know what I'm saying? Academically it's not crazy to get into. And then like, you know, I tore my ACL my senior year. So, like, I was going to go to all these different, like, I was going to go to James Madison. I had a Merchant Marine Academy joint. I had all these other schools that was, like, you know, bigger schools, further, all of that. But once I tore my shit, you know, all that shit was out the window. So I still end up going there with hopes of, like, maybe transferring or some shit like that. But, like, I didn't rehab my knee right. So I tore my shit in the summer. I got surgery like October. By Christmas break, I was playing basketball again, and that's not it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I didn't rehab my shit the way I was supposed to, so I never got back right all the way. So I played ball like for that year at Frostburg, but after that, like, I wasn't into it no more.
Yeah.
So, and I only stayed at Frostburg for a year. I went to Full Sail after that.
Oh, that's hard. Damn, you went to Stan. You went to the two schools. Like, where I know a lot of niggas that chase like this music shit went to. Like,
yeah.
What was Full Sail like? Was it like a scam?
Man, Full Sail was, you know what it is they sell a certain thing to you as a youngin'. And then, like, at that time, it was people doing music, but this is where I feel like it was a renaissance of people doing music. Like, this is when equipment was getting more, like, anybody could get it. It was affordable, shit like that. So it was just a big influx of people who was producers, artists, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. And the thing that I think didn't really click for me is, like, you go down there, but it's not like a college atmosphere. It's like a business it's like a business building. So you go to school in that building, all of that, but outside of that, you on your own. So like, I'm going down there at 19 to live in a place I just didn't really know much about. I wasn't good with balancing bills and shit like that yet, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a lot thrown at me as a 19-year-old. Like, yeah, you gotta go somewhere you ain't nobody you know around, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta balance your bills. And they give you, so like your financial aid, they give it to you like all at one time for the whole semester. So they give you your bread that you supposed to like survive off of at one time.
Right. And
nigga, you get your bread. First thing we used to do, go to Sandmash, get some equipment, you know what I mean? Like, you get thousands of dollars as a 19-year-old. You like, man, what? Man, we getting weed, we getting the best music equipment, you know
studio
what I'm saying?
vibes.
All that shit. So like, you know, bills is late. You know, I moved a couple times. I had to move from there, then move back, go back to school. But I ended up leaving because I went on the Street Dreams tour with Lil Wayne.
For real?
Yeah. So I, not as an artist, but like as a street team type situation. So it was a Street Dreams tour. I think it was Lil Wayne, Jeezy. And I was working for this company doing like a reality show that featured Lil Wayne in it. So I went to that joint during my spring break, and I just never went back to school. So I just left Full Sail after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just chasing your dream shit, you know what I'm saying? Just making impulsive moves and shit. Yeah, man, I done did a lot of things, man.
How'd you get on the street team for the Street Dreams?
So I tried out for the reality show when it came to my city. and I killed it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I wanted to be on the show as a producer, but it was like, I don't want to say the reality show was like a scam. It just had a lot of parts to it that it wasn't straightforward. So they had a reality show. They had the people connected to it, but it wasn't very straightforward. But I end up clicking with the people doing it on some, like, because they needed help. And I always been helpful. Like, that's how I am. Like, I always had multiple things I could do. So they liked the way I networked. They liked the way I was, like, organized, how I was, like, an outgoing person and stuff like that.
19.
Yeah, so they like, all right, you could come city to city with us and you just help us, with the program, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So at the time, I think, what was it? Party Like a Rock Star was the biggest song out at the time.
Who was that? Travis Porter?
That was Shop Boys.
Okay.
So the producer that produced that joint was affiliated with the show. I think his name was Pitt. It was either Pitbull or Pitt or something like that. White dude, crazy with it.
Yeah.
But I ended up linking up with all of them, and it was my first time introduced to Atlanta. This when the Atlanta scene was like booming. You know what I'm saying? This gotta be like 2007, 2008. You know what I'm saying? So
Facebook just was getting popping.
Like Facebook was like Facebook started popping like, I want to say 2005, 2006.
But around 07.
Around 07, 09, that's when they took it out the college network. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, it was like, but Atlanta was just really getting crazy with it. Like, this is like when T.I. was in Charlotte and Jeezy and all of that. So Atlanta was like, it was dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? Seeing all this, meeting stars, meeting Jeezy. I'm in strip clubs with BMF and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it was just a time. It was crazy, man. So like, when I was young, I used to always be adventurous. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? So I stopped messing with the reality show joint, and I just stayed in Atlanta for
real
for a while.
So he's on some country shit.
I was in Atlanta, man, just trying to figure it out, get my beats around.
Yeah.
And back then it was just so easy to network. Everybody was it's so dangerous down there now. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's always been dangerous, but like not like it is now, where like it's the city crazy. But back then it was just more fun. It was more popping. It was just like you could run into more people. I done met so many people I just ran into just doing regular stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I was just always adventurous when I was young. And even now, like for a dude in his mid-30s, like, I'm very adventurous, and I'm going to take the shot, and I'm going, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nature boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So like, yeah, but it all started going for school, trying to do the right shit, trying to do the shit your parents want you to do.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get us out of the back then.
Yeah.
But one more question I want to ask you from around that time period is like, so I know you lived in Columbia for a time period.
Yeah, I went to school out there. So like, so basically from elementary school to like, I want to say even some of high school, my mother wanted me to be in Howard County school. She did not want me to go to Baltimore school. She was like, this one of the best school systems. I want you to be in it. So I would live with my auntie. My mother would move out there, but it'd be hard. So we'd be moving back to Baltimore, but still be using people's address. So like, I always, for the most part, went to school in Howard County. It was just, was I living there or not? You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't really till like high school, and even then, I went to 3 different high schools because we was moving.
Okay, so it probably was only in your advantage, especially education wise.
Right.
But like, for what I'm about to ask, like, the music, like the scope of the music scene, like, so you probably had you had more of an advantage because that took you from Baltimore to Columbia, which is more like
it's just diverse.
Yeah, gateway to different areas.
Columbia, I always give Columbia its props because that's why I can deal with everybody now. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody I'm culture shocked to, because like when you're young in Columbia, your friends is Asian,
Indian.
African, Indian, just you exposed to everything, and like, and that's for everybody. Everybody's being exposed to everybody there. So it's like, you know, I got to get with everybody, but I'll experience racism in different ways there. So I know how to maneuver with that. I know, you know, just being aware of something, like, and this different type of racism. And that was where I learned that racism don't just come from white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Asian, it's Indian, it's all, like, you know what I'm saying? So Columbia taught me a lot, like, about the world 30 minutes from Baltimore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned a lot about the world being 30 minutes from Baltimore and that place. And, like, yeah, I always give Columbia's props for that.
Yeah. So
you know
my question originally was like, how did you see, like, how did you picture your entrance into the game would be, like, around that time? Like, you told me the Full Sail and the Street Dream tour and staying out of Atlanta, but like from that time period to now, like, what are some things that you learned then that you can still use now, and what are some things that are just obsolete from back then?
You saying coming out of Columbia?
Nah, just in general, like in the area, just from your point of view, like trying to get on the game, like,
man, hard work will take you far. You know what I'm saying? Like even, you know, to take it back, like when we was living in Columbia, but we used to come to Baltimore to grind. Like that, there wasn't no music venues in Columbia. It wasn't no scene in Columbia.
Right.
So like we come to Baltimore, and like, you know how Baltimore is. Like if niggas ain't grow up with you out in Baltimore, like you pretty much an outsider. You know what I'm saying? We county boys at that point. Me and my man Nicest, we had a group, but we used to do these shows at. It used to be Sonar. It used to be over there on what street is that? I forget it. Orleans, I forget it. But it's not there no more. But basically Sonar, damn, I'm forgetting all these spots. But we used to do these rap shows there, and we would sell hella tickets. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we made a name. That's where the promoters had to fuck with us, because, you know, they like, oh, they from the county, or won't really rock with them like that, but they selling tickets, they making us money, they bringing people in here. You know what I'm saying? So like one thing I learned from early is like hard work beat everything out. You know what I'm saying? People can say what they want about you, where you from, what you dress like, whatever, but if you out working everybody, can't nobody stop you. And that's something I learned early. Like hard work beat everything. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until later, now, I used to be so hard work that I forgot that there's smart work too. So now in my older age, I'm getting better at working smarter. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, sometimes you could work so hard but be on a treadmill. You know what I'm saying? Like where you working hard, you running, you sweating, but like you kind of stagnant. You know what I'm saying? So as I got older, the smart work started getting more into play. But from the beginning, can't nobody outwork me. That was my motto. Ain't nobody about to work harder than me.
Right. And like to the last thing you said, like I had this revelation, like we didn't have a vacuum at first. And I'm just picking little pieces off the ground and shit. I'm like, damn, I'm working hard. But if I had a vacuum, like it's just zing, 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 zing. So I like translate that into my work. It's like somebody could want me to do something, but the way they might be asking me to do it is picking pieces up with my hand.
Right.
And I can present like, nah, I'd rather do it.
Yeah.
The vacuum.
Yeah, if you can work smarter, work smarter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, like I said, I might be a late bloomer in that thing, because like I just come from a certain thing, like even financially, you know, just learning about credit and how the game is really played, like business, how the business game is really played. Like I always been a shoebox nigga, turn 1 into 2, 2 into 4. Like that's how I always thought about money. Like I gotta flip it. But businesses is not even spending their own money. They got credit lines. They spending other people's money. They getting sponsors. They doing this. So, like, in my older age, I'm, like, really grasping onto these concepts, and these are the things that I want for my own businesses now, where I'm like, oh, all right, well, I don't got to work hard and flip for that. I need to work smart and figure this out, do the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the difference between me then and what I'm now growing, because I'm still growing, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm growing into now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, it's Florida's TV. It's your boy Shooting Narrow. I'm here with
Nature Boy.
Yo, we gonna have an in-depth conversation just about, you know, the music industry, the aspect of community inside the music industry and the underground, the local tip, business, making money, and staying pure.
That's what it's about, man. You named it all.
Yeah. Hey, yo, so I guess now we get into like the it's like the open gym. I remember when like the culture cast out to Jarrell, out to Six.
Yes, sir.
Like I learned that you had like a Live Nation Connect that you got.
Yeah. So Open.Gem, right? We started as an open mic, small open mic, little 50-person spot. We was throwing it every week. I was about to have my kid in that year, and I knew life was about to change. I just ain't know how, and I know I ain't want to like stop completely what I was doing. But in my head, I'm like, man, I'm about to get a job at FedEx, get some boots, strap the boots up, and go work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, I can't keep chasing a dream. I got a son on the way, but I knew I wanted to have something that keep me connected, something that still like just kept that part of me vibrating. You know what I'm saying? So, I started an open mic with my sister, Sasha, and it was just small. It was every week. It was $5 to get in. But my concept came from basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because everything, like I love basketball. So, open gym in basketball, right. You go hit the gym. Niggas calling that, oh, you got your 4, you got your 5, whatever the joint is. Y'all get next, y'all get on the court. Y'all win, y'all stay on the court. Y'all lose, y'all call next. But it was just boom, 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 boom.
Right.
Hooping. You know what I'm saying? That was my concept for open gym, is like open mic, you sign up, you get on stage. And then like I ain't never really stop or do vibe checks or nothing. I just kept the open mic going. We're gonna get as many people as we can between the hours of 8 and 12 whenever we get out of here. So that same mindset I brought to Open.Gem. As an artist, like I said, as an artist, I always had good relationships with the people we dealt with, the promoters, the venues, all that. So anytime we did a show, we sell a lot of tickets. We get people out, and we kill the show. You know what I'm saying? And we probably will usually be the most unknown people that's part of the show, but we shine. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I had relationships that I was building with someone that started working at Live Nation while I'm doing Open.Gem. He was like, yo, I really want to be an impact. He was a talent buy. He was a junior talent buy. He was like, I really want to have an impact in his job. Whoop, whoop. I'm like, well, if I could be real, a lot of these shows that come through with Live Nation, because y'all the conglomerate, y'all the big dogs, it don't got no real identity with the places y'all having it at, because they just come do their shows, they leave. You don't got no homegrown, acts on the bill. Nothing really identifies with the area. I said, if y'all have time, which I know y'all do, because the acts don't go on as soon as the doors open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We should try to throw some independent acts on. And I said, I have an open mic I'm throwing. I'm saying talent that's deserving every day. So he like, all right, bet, but we don't want to have to really do much. Like, we don't want this to like basically cause a headache for us.
Yeah, consumers.
Yeah, so I was like, I do all the work. You know what I'm saying? I'll go find them. I'll match who's perfect with it. I'll submit them. And they used to, back then, they had consignment tickets. They was like, yeah, aside from us not wanting a headache, they got to add some type of monetary value to the situation. We'll break bread with them, but they got to, like, work for it. So they like, we're going to give you, if they can sell 50 to 100 tickets, that's a good look for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to sign the tickets out in my name. Like, basically, like, if something happened to these tickets, or the artist be like, well, I ain't giving you them, I'm keeping all the money for the tickets, it would be on me. You know what I'm saying? So we did that for about a year. And we did that from pretty much 2018 to, like, COVID.
Yeah.
And that's how I built my relationship with Live Nation, because, like, I was bringing in artists that was doing a good job on stage, selling tickets, and we did business right. We ain't never do nothing to throw them off or nothing like that. And so I built with my mans, who eventually left Live Nation during COVID and didn't come back, but his boss, his coworkers, I got to deal with them too. So we all became close, and I hit them up after COVID, and I'm like, yo, I'm still trying to rock. I'm still trying to do stuff. And, like, they was slow starting it back up after COVID, but eventually we got to work. And I got to do some more opening stuff for that. You know what I'm saying? Me personally as an artist, a DJ, and I got to get people on. And then they presented the opportunity to do Open.Gem at Fillmore. You know what I'm saying? And the dude that was a talent buyer before, that was friends with my mans, he's now the VP of Live Nation DC. So that's just one of them examples where you like meet somebody and they grow, you grow, and now y'all in a different place. And because y'all got good track record together, you know what I'm saying, a good rapport, now it work out for everybody. So like he really pushed me to do the Open.Gem at Fillmore. Like I ain't think I could do it. I didn't, based on how I felt, I ain't think we could get that many people.
How'd you feel?
Venue. Huh?
How'd you feel like when you like second guessing it or something?
I almost ain't do it. He the one that really, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like it came, I had the date in July. October came around, I got cold feet. I was like, we ain't gonna do it. I hit him, I'm like, yo, I don't think we gonna do it. And he talked me into it. He was like, yo, we believe in you. We think you could do it. We think you should do it. If you bomb, you bomb. We still gonna work with you. Because in my head, I'm like, man, if I do this and I don't kill it, they're not gonna fuck with me no more. But he assured me that our relationship was stronger than that. You know what I'm saying? And that they believe we could do it, which we end up doing. We end up almost selling it out at COVID capacity. COVID capacity at Fillmore is 1,200. It's really 2,000.
Right.
But at that time, it was COVID capacity. So, like, I think we had like 1,000 or 1,150 tickets sold.
Yeah, that's hard.
You know what I'm saying? So, we did that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But
you just
had to go with it. Just had to do it. But if it wasn't for, you know, them being like, yo, we believe in you, and like, you know.
Because you might have wanted to been trying to protect the connection. Like
that's what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I don't want to bomb. And then they be like, man, y'all ain't ready for no big dog shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, man, I ain't trying to do it. But he was like, nah, you could do it. We going, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, the rest, we killed that shit. You know what I'm saying? We coming up on a year since we did that, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it was major, though. It showed me something. It showed, and we did something nobody never did. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever threw an open mic at a venue that big and have it be successful. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? So we never do it again. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but we did something we didn't think we could do. We did it. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you say your name and shout out to Floaters?
Oh, yeah, man. It's Nature Boy. I'm in here, man. Open.Gem already. It's the Floaters, man. You know we in this joint. We live, baby.
We'll be right back. So what do you think like the highlight of Open.Gem was other than the Fillmore? Like what was like the best takeaway that you got from the
I guess the community, the movement of it all, you know what I'm saying? Like not only did Open.Gem become like, you know, a known open mic and event situation, but the family that came from it, the movement, like y'all have artists going out to other things and they be like, oh, that's an Open.Gem artist, you know what I'm saying? And that's nothing like our goal was never to put jerseys on anybody back, but it's like it's the movement, it's the camaraderie of it. So now when even if people never come to Open.Gem again, the people they got around them, their supporters, all that, a lot of them come from Open.Gem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or from that energy. So I guess the community it builds and the you know, some people got family from that. People actually got their girlfriend or their boyfriend from, you know what I'm saying, Open.Gem. I guess that's the most fulfilling part of it is like off the stage type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's so many messages and so many things people wrote to me telling me like, yo, if it wasn't for Open.Gem or you, I wouldn't have the confidence to do this, that, and the fourth. And this is outside of music. This is people just pursuing entrepreneurship or whatever they needed, that confidence boost, and they was able to get it in that space. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's probably the biggest thing I take away from Open.Gem, the most fulfilling thing about Open.Gem to me.
Yeah, and that's one of my biggest takeaways from it. And that's what I admired about it, like just the whole community, like of like a, like an artist perform here. It's not like no open mic where it's just a bunch of strangers. You got niggas talking through niggas shit. Like,
yeah.
Like you like this.
It's
like,
a real show. It's real. It's a real vibe for real. That's important to me.
Yeah. And then it help artists pick up motion that even if y'all don't got any shows this month, next month, like they still got that motion. Like, all right, at least I know I'm trying to perform once a week or every other week. Like I know Arthur and Born Supreme, like, cause I look at it like this, like my knowledge is big on like content and shit like that. Like I'm still like growing my knowledge in other aspects in the industry.
Yeah.
So I looked at it like what Arthur and Born Supreme was doing like 2022 to 2023 is like, that was grind. That's content. Like you performing every week is content. It's like equivalent to you paying for a music video or you know what I'm saying. Like it's ways to like maneuver through the game, and I see it like benefit both of their careers and a lot of other artists.
It's the gym too. You know what I'm saying. Like the aspect, the whole concept is the gym. So it's like some people came in Open.Gem and they was like, this supposed to get me blown up or this supposed to, and like it's really the work of muscle. You know what I'm saying? It's to come in there, and that's on and off the stage. You can build stage presence, know what works, what don't work on stage. Actually performing in front of a crowd, performing in front of, because you got different people. You got people in there that's going to have fun and be a part of the event. You also going to have some people that's artists, and they just a little bit more critical than the average person is. You know what I'm saying? So you got all levels of like that you got to break through on the stage, and then off the stage, you got to work the room because the show starts as soon as you walk in the venue, not when you get on stage. So I used to always like preach that, like, yo, make sure you come in here and you don't be on no dry shit. Like that's my favorite thing to say is like no ashy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't be on no dry shit. Talk to everybody in the room. I don't care if you think you know everybody or saw everything on whatever. I promise you, the person you meet today not gonna be the person they are tomorrow. Yeah. And that's what happened a lot of times. People play themselves, not just being genuine, and you miss out on because you thought yo wasn't about to be yo. Yeah. And now he big yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he now he that. You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's like this internet shit is like, shit, if you read a book on how to be an artist, it would say like, man, be kind of cocky about your shit, da da da.
Right.
But if you try to come into that shit like a fur coat, hoodie over your head, shades on, and just gonna sit in the corner until your performance, like Open.Gem is not the place for that. Like
nah. And you know what I mean? You could do that if you want. You just not gonna capitalize on everything. Like one of the biggest artists right now, and people can't understand it, Sexy Red, right? One thing I noticed about her is like people fuck with Sexy Red. You know what I'm saying? So she got such good energy around her, but like people fuck with her as a person. They say she cool, she a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So beside whatever type of music she making, who her music reaches, what it is. But like being likable, and not, you don't gotta be likable in the sense of like you kissing everybody's ass. That's not the likable way. Just being a genuine person, being real will get you far. So if you in that joint trying to play some persona or something like that, you gonna play yourself. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's in any room, Open.Gem room, any room. Right. You know what I'm saying? In them rooms.
The Def Jam building.
Yeah, like, people, for the most part, people can kind of tell if you putting on or not. You know what I'm saying? And your energy speaks way before you do. So
two more quick points I want to make about Open.Gem.
Yeah.
One, another thing I loved about it was like the creative aspect of like not the creative, like the creatives that were like, it seemed like y'all was like a militia. Y'all are like a militia, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Swazo.
Yeah.
And then like name everybody that was kind of like rocking with y'all.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I be naming names all day. But Swazo definitely like one of the main artists that like not only would come and perform and like benefit, but like put it on his back to like represent. You know what I'm saying? He looked at it, so like you look in his bio, it say for booking and features, contact Open.Gem. You know what I'm saying? His wife, Miss Trini, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Art and Born Supreme, my brother Capo. And Capo is the one who do all the graphics, all the web design, just anything that has a look, he did. Logos, all of that.
That shit fire too.
Yeah. And so Raza, that's my other brother. He do like the tech aspect. That's why we could text people information. That's why when you come sign up, you sign up on you sign up on an iPad and it come to your phone and you send everything just automated. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing I think we do different from everybody too, is like the presentation and the way things work like clockwork.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The music get to the DJ all from your phone. You know what I'm saying?
No, that'll save hours. You don't have no Tamar Braxton, Deshaun type shit.
You know what I mean? So yeah, like, you know, and it's just a lot of people, bro. I can name people all day, no requests.
Like Loso Baby.
Yeah, Loso definitely, like, you know, and Loso's coming there and definitely develop as an artist, and then he's coming there and shot content for us too. So it's like, you know, a lot of things is like we help each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my boy Feeling Fluid, my boy
Yeah,
Barney,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's
fire photographer.
Yeah, Dino, you know, it's a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off. So if you forgot, like I said, that nigga cut me off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was another thing I loved about it. It's just it gave everybody a platform to shine, and I can see the Open Gym and know that's Nature Boy.
Right.
Then I know, you feel me? There's these other parts playing.
It's supporting cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then another thing about it, like, did it ever get like overwhelming? Kind of like having to deal with. Cause like this, like people might think it's strictly business, but these are people's dreams. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It definitely got overwhelming, and like, you know, there's a lot of reasons, because we stopped doing open mics in August. At the 6-year anniversary, we haven't done an open mic since, and like that's only been a couple months. But like, it get overwhelming because one, I care so much, right? And like, the thing about it is, like you said, it's people's dreams. It's people, like, it's a lot of energy around what people want to do, what they want to do, what they think you can do for them, or what you should be doing.
Right.
And like, you then add the fact that there's hundreds and thousands of artists contacting me every day, expect something from me every day. You know, then people turn on you. So now you got the people that used to love this whole Open Gym concept now bad mouthing it and spreading the narrative. Like, it's so much to deal with, and people might look at it as like, oh, it's an open mic. You just literally letting people come, like, and it's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely got overwhelming, and like, one thing I had to do was kind of create the space to grow. Another thing about it is, you know, I feel like Open.Gems at a point right now where it needed to grow. Like, I didn't want to keep being the best open mic. To me, that was like, you know, like Jay said, that's like being the tallest midget.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to midgets or little people.
Yeah,
like,
you don't. But it's just part of your bag. Like, you like it as part of your bag.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just like, it's one of the many things I'm really trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And to be quite honest, like, I like that we start off with people who are just starting out and, you know, at the amateur level, but I have a desire to work with professionals too, and work with people in the industry, work with people with budgets.
Yeah.
Because we got this knowledge and this team of people who can do things that are bigger. And I just wanted to, like, not only attract people who are just starting out and looking at us like a stepping stone, like, oh, that's where I go when I'm starting out. But then when I think I'm past that, I need to move away from it.
Right.
And the truth of the matter is, a lot of people that stopped coming Open Gym or looked at it like, oh, that's just a beginner thing, played themselves. Because you really could have stayed with it and had a community built around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we missing. Like, people be so quick to jump shit to this shit and put a little bit of, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying put all your apples in one basket.
Throw some emojis under this post, under that.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? When really it's like, you know, Open Gym should be our MTV, our BET. It should be our thing that we take and make it bigger. But people gonna wait till, like, a Live Nation or something else bigger than us come around to validate us. And it's like, bro, it's homegrown.
Right.
We could be the biggest thing ever. Like, people believe you when you got people. My vision for Open Gym was like, all right, we do what Wu-Tang did. There's a lot of dope-ass motherfuckers in one spot. And it's like
7, 10, 15 cars.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we got to deal with. That's where all the dope is. Open.Gems is where you go. I wanted the people that were more famous, had more money to come on and fuck with us, cause like we really the grassroots of the music scene. You know what I'm saying? But people, you know, it became overwhelming trying to do that because like people have other interests. You know what I'm saying? And they got other ways that they think they're gonna get there. So like, I had to kind of like minimize a little bit. So I cut it down to 2 events a month in a 75-person cap place. While I go now work and run venues, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm managing a couple venues and I'm building different relationships with people who tour, all genres, all levels, people that can fill 500-person room to 1,200-person room. And I want Open.Gem to move into like those spaces, touring, booking, stage production, and all types of things that for show business to run, because that's what we are essentially, a show business. So it became overwhelming.
No, that's a fact. Hell yeah, like,
yeah,
like Wrigley's, not like a circus, but like it's you on the road with this.
Yeah, we try. You know what I mean? So it's like, because my vision for it essentially was like to be a Showtime at the Apollo, but one that travels and that's more inclusive.
Right.
So like, I don't want nobody get booed off the stage. I'd rather those people like feel it, like that you didn't kill it.
Yeah.
And you need to go do some work.
Right.
Maybe show up next time after you get some work in.
Yeah.
But like, I wanted it to break artists. I wanted people, execs, to come to Open.Gem and be like, I know I'm gonna see some raw talent from the stage. Maybe it gotta be developed. Maybe the profile gotta be worked on. Yeah. But I know I could come to Open.Gem and see a gem. You know what I'm saying? And see something that I didn't think I would see.
Or be an artist and strive to get on there. Yeah. I think that's one of the craziest things about like names like Open.Gem and like meaning behind the brand. Mm-hmm. And it's like people would think about your brand without even ever telling you. Like,
right.
Like I'm telling you, like me as a rapper, like I play the digital game. I don't really do too much performances. When I was first starting to rap and like take it seriously, like in 2018, I had did the open mics and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And you know, it was cool. I did like a couple contests. Got like 4th place type shit. Like whoopie-doo. But I was just like, man, I was getting better at it. Then COVID came, you know what I'm saying? Then it was more the digital. I started striving more in the digital. So when the Open.Gem shit was flourishing, like I was recording in the crib, like, nah, I could go up there, like, yo, my name's Shooting Narrow, yo, I shoot videos, I do my rap shit too. You know what I mean? Because that's the type of vibe it was. Like, I would have felt more comfortable going there and it really being some community shit versus like the traditional open mic where it's just a flyer type shit.
Yeah. And that's what we had to kind of go up against too, that made it overwhelming. Like no matter what, like even after doing the Fillmore jump, it's like, cause I felt like after we did that, I'm like, man, niggas need to know what it is. Like ain't nobody doing this. We doing what nobody's done. And it was so many open mics popping up. You know what I'm saying? Cause when we started, it wasn't many open mics. Like that wasn't the thing to do. Yeah. Like people didn't think like an open mic could pull people out. But I think people started saying like, oh, if I just attach an open mic to my event, I'm going to bring artists out who want to perform. Because one thing we know about artists is they want to perform. Yeah. So we put an open mic and attach it to our event. So it kind of watered down the value to me of what like our open mics can do. People kind of put us in a category with certain things, and I'm like, nah, we not. Yeah,
it wasn't the same.
It's not the same, and people fit like, you know, it's people who hate our guts now because they like, man, when the next open, what y'all mean? Y'all not doing open mics no more? Da 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 da. And I'm just like, yo, just watch the next, watch the growth.
You gotta trust who was behind the process, baby. Trust who was behind the shit that you fell in love with.
You feel me? Like trust the process. We're gonna take it to high heights. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but
Hey, quick, no, my bad. Get you.
No, I was just saying I was about to close it up and just it definitely get overwhelming for sure.
Hey, yo, let's do a little quick drip check, yo.
Oh yeah. You know,
with the hat, y'all start with that.
Let's start with the hat. You know, this a fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Moy Museum, my boy Montez. He designed these joints. You know what I'm saying? Super trendsetter shit.
Yeah, yo, as I've been like this interview and shit, like. That hat is hard because it kind of give you like it look like you already got the dreads, but if you ain't had the dreads, it kind of already give you that that like dreads coming out the top of your head.
Yeah,
type
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So this my man Moy Museum. Shout out to him. He put these joints out like maybe a year or two ago, and I just like my peoples create or do things or cook. I'm trying to be an ambassador, even if I'm not asked to. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it on. I'm putting it on my shoulders, and we gone. So like I put this album on. I put this hat on my album. And I got the blue joint. It just went crazy. Like,
Yeah, that's on fire.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Make sure y'all go to fuckinghat.com, grab that. This right here, this is a limited edition.
That's
piece
you
right here. Yeah,
that's hard.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of my
Godfawva.
album, Godfawva.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these the shirts that's gonna be at this show. It's only 12 of them. We only making 12.
Yeah, I like that
You know
joint.
what I'm saying? Actually 13 because I had to make me one.
I like the font on that joint.
You know what I'm saying?
Real timeless, like real timeless, like like it's like Black History type shit.
You know what I'm saying? Got the album on the back.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to my man Capo did that. He designed that. You know what I'm saying? Got the steppers on. I don't know if you can see. I got the steppers on.
Oh yeah, the Black Forces.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got them. You know what I mean?
It's just that season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man.
That's a new wave.
Yeah.
Hey, on my turn, I got the infamous 8-ball. What's up, my man's Craig? I hit him up this morning like, you got any hoodies for my episode tonight type shit.
Oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, slide through. What color you need? He made this joint custom, yo. This the 1-on-1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey
yo, so with you and the merch, yo, I like how you it's like you kind of do like it's like not crowd funding, but it's like a way for people to support you directly. Like I think when you was going to UK.
Yup. So when I was about to go on tour with AZ out in Europe, I did
That's fire.
I needed, like, cause at this level, like, I wasn't getting paid to go on the tour. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like, yo, you could come on tour if you could fund it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people need to understand, like, this music business, you gotta be able to fund yourself. You want to do certain things. It ain't all like, oh, somebody paying me because I'm coming to do a show. A lot of this shit is like, either you gonna pay to do it, or you gonna fund yourself to be able to do it and take on the opportunity. So like, I needed to get travel, room and board, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't have all the money at the time, because at that time, unless I'd had a crazy events going or something like that, whatever, like, so it's just like timing. Like when the opportunity came, I didn't have all the money. So I was like, and I wasn't about to go be like, hey, I'm about to start a GoFundMe to tour in Europe. It just didn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I bet I'm gonna make a custom piece, cause merch is like something to me. Like that's the name of the game. If you ain't know, shows and merch. You know what I'm saying? Artists don't make no money off of music. None of that. Like them streams, none of that shit. Shows. And even at the shows, and I'm telling you this as a dude who cut the checks for the artists at the end of the night, they will make more money off their merch than their shows. These artists ain't, like, you think it's about to be this a show. That show money gotta go to your manager, your musicians, your sound person, your driver driving you around on tour. That show money gonna get cut up. That merch money is gonna be the profit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell y'all. So I created a world tour piece. Me and Capo, we created a limited joint, and I was like, I upselled it a little bit. So like, and there's shirts out there for $50 or whatever, but basically it was like I started the donation at $50. If you donate $50, you get this shirt. Nobody else gonna have this shirt but you, and it was a world tour shirt.
That's hard.
So I had people donate $50. Get the shirt. I had people like, yo, look, I don't got 50 to donate to you, but I still want to donate to the cause, and don't worry about a shirt.
Right.
Just donate it, you know what I'm saying? So that was just a better way to like get my support system to support me without like begging for no money. I still wanted them to get something, because they can't come on tour with me, right?
Right.
So I wanted them to have something. And it worked out. I got the bread to go do what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? And everything worked out. And those are the moments as an artist, you really get to see what your support hitting on. You know what I'm saying? And then in my age, where I'm at and how long I've been doing it, people want to see it be for something.
Right.
I could just sit here and make money off of my support system and be like, yeah, I'm putting a new shirt out. It's going to be this much.
Right.
But I'd rather put something with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even with this shirt, I could probably sell these right now and be like first year anniversary, but I want the people who got a ticket to my show to have a special connection with the piece. You know what I'm saying? Like I want them to be like, yo, I got that because I bought a ticket, went out to his show, got there early because it's only 12.
Yeah.
So if you come in late, you probably not gonna get one. You know what I'm saying? But I went, showed up early, bought the shirt. You know what I mean? So
that's hard.
I always wanted to be an experience with what I'm doing.
Yo, speaking of special connections to your Godfather album,
yeah,
I had and I had seen you said this in your last interview. That's like your most recent interview. You had said like since people know like you lost your mother, like people know that you dealt with the grief.
yeah.
So a lot of people like come to you for that type of advice, like when they lose somebody.
Yeah.
So like I said, special connection. Like so to your project Godfather, like I lost my grandma in March.
Okay.
And you know
Sorry
like
to hear that.
thank you. And you know me as an artist, like I'm trying to channel them thoughts. Like I was recording and like she was in the hospice, I was recording, you know, so I got some dope joints that's like raw, like
right.
that I captured the emotion. But so like on your project Godfather, you got a track, I think it's like 3 or 4, and you was like, it took me 6 years to write this. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
What is that like? What was that like trying to like get it out and then realizing like yo, I probably can't get it out.
So yeah, like you know, there's a pressure you put on yourself because you love this person, right? And you feel like, as an artist, as a creator, like they should be a part of what you're doing. But you also got to give yourself grace and realize that you still processing what's going on. So you can't really talk about it from a certain point. Like you might be able to talk about the feelings you having, but like even like delivering it becomes the next thing, right? Because for me, I wrote Cold Summer probably months after it happened, but I never had the right music for it to go over, the right moment where I could like lay it down. So it felt forced. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I didn't want it to be was forced because it's real feelings. I didn't want to feel like, oh, I gotta write because my mother died. I gotta write a song about it because that's what an artist would do. Like I didn't want it to feel like that at all. So I just tucked it. You know what I'm saying? And then when I made the song for it, I made the beat for it, which a lot of Godfawva is soul loops. And like I love soul music. I listen to it just regularly anyway. Like you see, I'm way niggas blasting like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking Dirk or whatever. Like I look like I should be in a 70s Cadillac or something where I be rocking sometimes.
Delphonics.
You know I'm trying to tell you. So like that music speak to me, the instruments, the soul, the voices in it speak to me and it pull out certain things. So like that song, when I made the Cold Summer beat, I'm like, damn, this joint just sound like it's crying. Like the beat is crying and feel like a certain thing. So then I went back in my notes and I say, I think I said it took me 8 years to write this.
It was 8.
8 years later is when it came out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying to you and anybody else who like might go through that is like, yo, when it makes sense, it's gonna feel right. It's going, you know what I'm saying? It's no pressure. You know, write it down. Definitely. If it pull out of you, put it down on paper. Put it down, you know, in your notes, whatever. But as far as delivering it and making it into like a piece of art or a song, give yourself grace. Do it when it feel right. I had to be able to be on the other side of how I was feeling. Like when I was in it, I couldn't really see what I could see now to even deliver it this way. Now I talk about it as like a testimony, whereas when I wrote it, it was like these feelings are happening now. Like, you know, I wrote about suicide and all of that. I couldn't deliver that while I'm actually going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I couldn't do it.
That shit would be like, I'm gonna do this shit now.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? These are feelings I'm having now, but like now, being on the other side of it, I'm like, damn, I beat that. You know what I'm saying? I beat those feelings. I beat those emotions I had, and now I want to put it on wax. So when somebody else hear it that might feel like it now, they can hear that like, yo, it took me 8 years to get over that, to even be able to say this to you and present it in this way. You know what I'm saying? So definitely don't rush that process, especially when it comes to your loved ones. Like, I lost my mother and then lost my grandmother 8 months later. And my grandmother's death is the one who took me over the top emotionally. Like, I handled my mother's death, like, strong. Like, I had to be strong for everybody else because everybody felt so bad for me that I was like, man, I can't crack. Right. I got to show 'em, like, everybody and myself that I'm being strong. But then when my grandmother passed 8 months later, that's when I fell apart. You know what I'm saying? And so put those feelings down, put them somewhere, whether it's a beat, whether it's whatever. Just write them out, write how you feel, but you gonna know when it's the right time.
You seen Charleston White get ran up on?
Yeah, man. Hey, yo, I got like it's like a weird thing with Charleston White with me, like when I'm just like, there's a part of me that connects to the shit he's saying sometimes. Like, it be wild as shit, and it be so left, and I just be like, yeah, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everything. Yeah. But, like, you know, I don't know. I don't hate the guy.
Right. It's just negativity.
Yeah, it's just, it's negative, but, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's like a villain, right? When you watch a villain's origin story, you be like, I get it a little bit. I know why you evil, and I know why you do these bad things, and it's kind of fucked up. I feel bad for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of empathy for Charleston White. It's so weird, yo.
But you know what it is, though? It's like, how it is now. Like, this is a guy named, I don't want to say no names. It's a new YouTuber I found, right? And I fuck with him. Right. Then I had to step back. I ain't step back. I still fuck with him, but I'm just like, wow. The only reason why I really know him is because of negativity type shit. So, like, why I fuck with him, he still is engaged to this day in this negative type shit with somebody probably 15, 30 minutes away from him, and I'm entertained by that shit. Like,
yeah, it's weird how negativity do, but it's telling about our society, right? Like the boy, what's the name, boy, D1 or whatever, D1 Music, the dude that called out Rick Ross and all of them rappers, and Jim Jones. Like, dude been doing positive music and rapping and had God in his lyrics forever. Soon as he say something about another artist changing the message in their joint to fit more under, like, now more people know him. Now his name now we trending. And it's just a testament, man. Like, it just show that the negative spread faster than the positive. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I watched Charleston White interviews, and he like, yo, you know, I've been doing shit for the community forever. You know what I'm saying? I take my back end money. I go to the hood. I buy a tour. I do this. I do that.
Yeah, the board meetings and shit.
Yeah, all that. So it's like, you'll never see that part. But as soon as he say, you know, fuck King Von or fuck Nipsey, like, you gonna hear about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what get around faster. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I got a hot and cold thing with him, but like, I don't hate them. I don't hate him, but like, he do be saying some wild ass off the wall shit, disrespectful shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just want to ask you about that real quick. Yeah. But my last question for you is so like the Godfawva, like it sound on the Godfawva, right? Yeah. When I went back on tape, it's like it was more like up tempo, like hit, trying to make a hit type shit. Not trying to make a hit like in that sense, but like, you know, more catchy shit.
It's more modern, more.
And you had Young Don on there, yo. That's some real, like, that's
my
Baltimore, but that's still like Columbia.
That's how I met him, man. Some of his OGs from Columbia put me with him, and we cut some records and stuff. I did some records on, I don't know if it was first mixtape, sec, whatever, but I did some production for him. Yeah. But like,
every album, wise kid.
Yeah, every album I changed my sound. Like, so if you go back to Supernatural all the way up to Godfawva, none of them sound the same. And like with the one you listen to before this one, Breaking Bud, I made that during COVID. And all I was doing was smoking weed and watching Breaking Bad. So I was just, yeah, man, like, so that's what it was. Like, the whole album just about weed and hustling and talking shit, because I was just high making these beats, and it was me and my little brother was in the crib, and he younger than me. So a lot of, it was just that young energy, that youth was around me and shit like that. But he a young old head too, like I am. You know what I'm saying? But we listening to a lot of what's his name?
Like
we listen to Dolph, and we listen to motherfucking
COVID times, like
Glock,
Key Glock was going crazy.
Yeah, a lot of Key Glock. We listen, so it just, I was influenced by what I was listening to, and I like that shit too, you know what I'm saying? But Godfawva, the sound there was like, my roots is hip hop, you know what I'm saying? So even if you go to some of my other albums, I got soul production on there. It might be like one or two or three. It ain't the whole album. But like Godfawva was like, I'm getting older. I want to rap. I want to say things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not really worried about commercial appeal. I got my big brothers in my ear for years. Like, look, I know you can do that shit that's out now, but we need you. We want to hear you rap. We know you can get in your bag.
And that shit fire. Like you really on there. Just even when it sound like you winding the verse down, you still straight bars.
Yeah. So that's, and it was a little. I'm a producer too, so being a producer, DJ, whatever, right? People try to box you. They like, I met him as a DJ. I could never look at him as a rapper. Or I met him, he was making beats. I could never look at him. He do shows. Like, that was one of the things too. Like, nah, I rap too, and I rap circles around this shit if I want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta be moved though. I always say that, like, I'm not like a writing machine, or I'm not like a manufacturer, like make a song on cue.
Yeah.
I gotta be moved and inspired. So like that's what my beats, that's what my rapping. Like, if I'm not moved, I won't do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I ain't up to it. But if I'm moved, or I'm feeling challenged, or I'm whatever, like I done been on records with some legends.
Yeah.
And I'm on there holding my own.
Like who?
I done did songs with Capadonna.
Yeah.
I done did songs with
Shout out Wu-Tang.
Yeah. I've been on a song with Raekwon before.
For real?
I've been on a song with
South Staten Island, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've been on a couple joints. It's some shit coming out. I don't want to say nothing about it.
Yeah.
But like, it's some shit coming out.
Speaking of Wu-Tang, yo, that's exactly what I was thinking about this whole interview. I was like, damn, yo, like, it's so much to ask you, like. Yeah. And I'm cool with Ghostface son Supreme.
Okay.
So like I was in the studio with Supreme and Ghostface one time, and Ghostface, like, he get out like, well, like, purposely, like he did like 2 lines. When I got in the session from like 3 hours, he did like 2 lines, and then I started watching interviews and shit. Like, he do that purposefully, like he only trying to get out with so much.
Right.
And then he just kept telling Supreme and shit like, man, we ain't got to bust a gun in one day, yo. Like, we ain't got to bust a gun in one day. So that's one of my mantras type shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
There's so much to ask you, but we ain't got to bust a gun in one day.
Let's do it again. And
again
and
again.
Back. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I want it to be like, when you see people on Vlad, you see them there multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
When you see people on Say Cheese, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's always, because I'm always had something new to say.
Right.
Because we still working, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely, if I really did a full interview with anybody, we'd be here for like 5-6 hours.
Yeah, like some drink champs.
You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit. Like, I got a lot of experiences and a lot of things I've been doing. I got a wealth of knowledge, so I'm definitely gonna be on floaters.
Yeah.
50 more times. However many times my man invite me in here, I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Can you be rich? Can you be successful without being rich?
Absolutely, because you could be rich in experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not by any means rich money wise, but like, if I, God forbid, if something happened to me anytime soon, I could honestly say I've been living a fulfilled life. You know what I'm saying? I'm rich in experiences. I'm rich with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a lot of rich dummies out here that ain't seen shit. We could go down the block and find a rich ass nigga who ain't seen shit, done shit, nothing. He just rich. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds good right now, though. Me, going down to the block.
Yeah, I'm always down going to the block. But yeah, yo, I think you could be rich in a couple sense of the words. I think I'm way more rich in experiences than I am money. But I feel like my experiences that I'm rich in will get me wealth. And, you know, I'm very much into, especially this part of my life right now, generational wealth. And that's in all aspect of the words. I want my kid to have money, but I want my kid to walk around and they like, yeah, that's nature's son. His money ain't no good here. Or make sure he protected, or, you know, just rich in that sense. I want my son to have a rich life. People at my family, I want, you know, stuff like that. So that's what drives me every day now too, instead of like money in my personal pocket. Like I could eat what I want, dress, put anything on I want to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you can be rich and be broke too.
Yeah.
So
that's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell them where to follow you at?
Yeah, you can follow me at Nature Boy Music. That's Nature BOI Music. That's the website, natureboymusic.com. You're looking for the music, Nature Boy. Godfawva out right now, self-produced album of the year. And yeah, we celebrating 1 year. Let's get it, man. It's the floaters.
You hold the cup up for me? You hold the cup up for me?
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the floaters. Shout out to Open.Gems. Shout out to Nature Boy.
You feel me?
Shout out to everything, all his endeavors, man. You're going to see more. You're going to see us link up more in the future, and we out.
Let's go.